Hello and welcome to another LOLhsc tutorial video, and today we're going to be going over the first dot point in the criminal trial process of the legal studies syllabus. Now the actual dot point is describe the role of the courts in the criminal justice system. Now obviously they have a very important role, and there is a lot you could say about this, but a very broad general statement to start you off. Now this video isn't going to go into everything for you, it's just going to give you the starting point in understanding the role of the courts in the criminal justice system. A very broad statement is to examine and determine the facts, interpret and apply the law, make orders and declare judgment. Now obviously this isn't going to answer your whole essay for you if this comes up in the 15 marker for crime, but it will give you the starting point and you could use that in your introduction. An important part about the role of the courts is based on their jurisdiction. Now jurisdiction is the scope of their authority, whether it be local, state or national or international. The main things you have to focus on in this section is local, state and national, because the international courts come in the international crime section. But really it's stuff like the local court, obviously, like the coroner's court, the High Court of Australia, in what jurisdiction they have. Now jurisdiction comes in two forms. There is appellate jurisdiction. Now this means that they have the ability to hear appeals from the lower courts. Now all courts are able to do this or have this function except for the local court, because there is no courts lower than the local court. Now this includes the High Court of Australia, so people can appeal to the High Court of Australia. The other type of jurisdiction is original jurisdiction. Now this means the court's power to hear and decide a case before review. So when something happens, which court has the jurisdiction to deal with it in the first instance? Now legislation, there's a lot of legislation you can use here, but just as some, again, general starting points, there's the Local Court Act, the District Court Act, the Supreme Court Act, the High Court of Australia Act, which wasn't the first piece of legislation that got the High Court of Australia going, but it is a good one to use because that's the current one. So really what I'm saying here is it's important to just have your basis and build from that, build your paragraphs from that. Now I'll just provide a quick overview. It was only a couple minutes, but the role of the courts, again, you have to look at it generally to examine and determine the facts, interpret the law and apply the law, and make orders and declare judgment. Now you have to remember that jurisdiction is an important part of the role that a court plays, and that there's the two different types of jurisdiction in original and appellate, and that each court will have different types of jurisdiction. Now you can't undermine the importance of the courts. They are a key cog in the criminal justice system. And again, when you're writing your response, if this comes up, you have to remember your legislation and to integrate that successfully. Now if you need notes on this topic, crime, or this dot point specifically, you're free to go on our website www.LOLhsc.com and buy the notes. Otherwise, if you're really desperate and just need some extra advice, email us at admin@LOLhsc.com. Now I hope this helped, and good luck with your exams.